I'm 80 years old, and tonight I'm writing a letter. Not to my children, not to my grandchildren, but to someone I haven't seen in 60 years, my 20-year-old self. And if I'm being honest, this letter is not just for him. It's for you, because you're standing exactly where I once stood, full of time, full of plans, and completely unaware of what you're about to lose. If I could send just one sentence back in time, just one, it would be this: you think you have time. You don't. But of course, you wouldn't listen. I didn't either. At 20, I believed life was something you prepare for. I thought happiness was waiting at the end of effort, so I postponed everything that mattered. I postponed rest, I postponed love, I postponed presence. I told myself, I'll enjoy life later. I'll call them later. I'll say it later. But later became my favorite lie. I remember one evening, my father was sitting outside, alone. He asked me to sit with him, just for a few minutes, and I said, "Not now, I'm busy." He nodded, smiled, said nothing. That moment lasted maybe 10 seconds. But you know what's strange? I remember it more clearly than entire years of my life. Because that "not now" turned into never again. Here's what no one tells you at 20. Life doesn't end in big, dramatic moments. It ends in small, ordinary ones you didn't notice. The last conversation, the last laugh, the last time someone needed you. You don't recognize them when they happen. At 30, I became obsessed with success. I thought if I worked hard enough, sacrificed enough, one day it would all make sense. And for a while it did. Money came, status came, people came. But something else quietly disappeared. Time. My wife used to wait for me at dinner every night. At first I was late sometimes, then often, then always. One night she stopped waiting. She ate alone, and I didn't even notice when it started. That's how life changes. Not suddenly, but silently. You think you're building a life, but sometimes you're just slowly walking away from it. At 50, I started to feel it, that quiet emptiness. Not because I failed, but because I succeeded at the wrong things. I had everything I once wanted, and yet I kept asking myself, why doesn't this feel like enough? Because fulfillment doesn't come from what you gain. It comes from what you don't lose. And I had already lost too much. Moments, people, time I could never get back. Now I'm 80. The noise is gone. The ambition is quiet. And all that's left are memories and regrets. Not of things I did wrong, but of things I never did at all. So if I could write clearly to my 20-year-old self, these are the things I would say. 1. Stop rushing your life. You're not late. You're just distracted. 2. Call the people you love. Not tomorrow, not later, today. 3. Don't trade real moments for temporary success, because success fades, moments don't. 4. Be present when you're with someone. Your attention is the purest form of love. 5. Understand this now. There will never be a perfect time. Only the time you choose. If I could go back, I wouldn't change my career. I wouldn't change my mistakes. I would change how I spent my ordinary days, because those ordinary days were my entire life. You don't lose your life all at once. You lose it in pieces. Every time you say, "I'll do it later." So if you're watching this right now, stop for a moment. Think about someone you love, someone you haven't called, someone you've been too busy for, and ask yourself honestly, if they were gone tomorrow, would today be enough? If this message reached you at the right time, stay with me, because there's still more we need to remember.